At that time, I didn't know the impact that it would be, but I know the impact that Monday morning when I came back, I was they were like, Coach Devon, we're through somebody again. And I was like, wow. So I felt empowered that I had to do it again. And then with Nancy now, always being 10 years, Pat the Greatness, where we again service over. And then 30 with schools in Nancy, Philadelphia, schools over 5,000 students, doing, we had 5 community days, opened up so many doors, mentored a lot of students, and it's been a blessing. And this summer that was not unplanned, that was up part of my life plan. But God told me to do something, and I did it. So that's how about Patagonia got started, and that's where we are now, over 10 years later.
Wow. I just want to stop right there because for one, just congratulations to you for being obedient to what God has told you to do. A lot of the times, God can tell us to do something and we are not obedient. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of make us it puts us in a setback. And usually when God is calling us to do certain things, it's not for our own benefit, right? It's for the benefit of the people and where God or the set people that God has called you to. And what I like is that you were obedient, no matter what it looked like. Because my next question was going to be to you: how did you crack open to even get the schools to want to be involved? Because sometimes I can find that very hard. You know, sometimes you got to know somebody to get in. And it's like, that's a major deal when you can bring something that God is giving you into the school system. Because I don't know about you, but baby, this generation
That's a
needs it. They need it. You know what I'm saying? They need positivity coming in their lives and in these school systems. So how was it, breaking barriers like that to be able to bring something like this into the schools and get them to partner with you?
wow. I think go by word of mouth and reaching out and just and taking a chance and basically documenting what you've done. And basically take those of the impact that you had on the kids that you worked with, and also connections, basically knowing people and just have them show you, okay, look, hey, I can show you more than I tell you. Basically, I can always talk about kind of greatness, but it's like if I don't show you what I do, it's kind of male students and how you made them feel. I mean, that's the most important part because getting these schools is very, very hard. Basically, you gotta they a lot of schools don't have a budget or have a little budget, but you gotta make it work. You gotta make sure that you will get in the room, help impact the kids, because of the day is about leaving plant the seed in these kids' lives, and then also these kids need positive motivation. They also need someone to be consistent with them, someone to come to the schools every week or bi-weekly, once a month, to do a workshop that impact their lives. And you see the smiles on their faces, the joy they get on their faces. When you come in the room, that means you're doing something right and positive. So, in Patagonia, have we had some downs? Yes. Have we had a lot of troubles? Yes. But we still standing because I just want to do God's will and make sure Patagonia is in the right frame of mind as we go to a second decade. Um, this past summer, I finally got Patagonia to a program at one of my old jobs I worked at and get compensated for it. So it was a blessing. It took me a long time to do it, but I finally got it done because in the day, you can't do this by yourself. You can't run this by yourself. For years, I was doing it by myself, not having help, not having support, not having enough help to get across the next level. I did help him in the beginning take part of greatness, but we went for a little challenge where with the kids, when people left the board, and I'm having to reshape the program to the way God wants me to do it to make it even better, to make it even more generational impact. So it's about just following the path God told you to do, and just go to schools that want you there. You know what I mean? You don't go to every public school. Go to the schools where they need you, and that's your wanted. So that's a blessing I got from that. In the over 10 plus years, I've had awesome team members that volunteer their time to come teach our kids. So and we make connections, build relationships with the kids. So that's what it's about. Hopefully in the next 10 years we have an actual staff where we get adequate funding for going to schools and being part of that change to see our kids because like you said earlier, our kids went through a lot these past 2 years with the COVID-19 pandemic, with the gun violence here in Philadelphia, the gun violence around the world, so our kids need positive motivation because they're not being told every day that they're great, that they're smart, that they're awesome, they're talented, they can do all things through Christ who strengthens them. So it's very, very pivotal that we come in there and speak life to our kids and speak and be real with them, but lead them in hoping that, okay, I can take such words and apply to my life so I can be better for myself, so be best for my family.
So cool. Um, so I it's a really a great thing that you have now served over 30 K through 12 grade schools and 4 nonprofit organizations. And you have spoken to more than 3,000 students. That is super dope. Like that is a major accomplishment. And so what I want to say to you or ask you rather is how are you feeling about the youth right now? Like just over the last um, you know, couple of months and what you've kind of been seeing in your inner neighborhoods or whatever. I know that your nonprofit addresses issues that are plaguing the youth and interfering with their potential greatness. How do you feel about what you've been seeing now? There, I know for me down here, it's been a lot of kids being kidnapped, murdered. It's just been an overwhelming thing with our youth that really, really makes me, just as a person, and I'm a mother that wants to be involved heavily to stir these kids in another direction. So how are you feeling concerning, just our youth and what you've kind of seen lately?
Basically, I think our youth need first they need prayer and guidance. Also, they need love. They need love. They need someone to speak life over to them every single day. Our youth are constantly around social media, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, trying to get validation from that, instead of get validation for their parents. Unfortunately, a lot of youth don't have a father in the home that's consistent or a mother. Some instances on a consistent basis. But so that's why it's very important for programs like Parent the Greatest to come in there and show them love without no judgment. You know, not these kids are being judged, but basically how they behave, how they talk, how they dress, for their swag or culture, but not to be judged instead of being treated with love and kindness, be treated as individuals. So it's very important that we come in there and do workshops that affect them, that relevant to them, like mental health, relationships, how to be a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, for those who are middle school, high school, who are dating, self love, self care, financial literacy, anger forgiveness, things that our youth deal with on a regular basis, but someone's not teaching them how the skills or the steps to do that so they can be free now while they're young and not carry that hurt and pain or that trauma as they get older to adulthood and bleed on people and not have the best relationships or friendships or having those missing opportunities because of their past traumas and not how to deal with that or broken un, un, unclosed heel wounds, so they can help them become better. So that's what we trying to do, just to make sure that we are there for them, that we are consistent with them, that we keep our word, we do follow through with them, we are there to be a blessing to them and not another burden to them. So that's what we do because in the day, our youth, like I said again, our youth be love and guidance and speaking life over to them every single day, not just for this in church, but every single day when they go to school and when they leave for school. So that's pretty much it.
Great. Listen, so we're going to go ahead and take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with Mr. Levon Howard.
I am blessed. I am blessed. Yes. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul. Thanking you for the gift of life. I've made mistakes more than once or twice, but through it all, I've learned to count on you. Without your grace, I don't know what I would do. Still learning how to make each day count. The world should know what I'm all about. I won't be afraid to speak my mind, walk in my truth, and trust that what's within my heart will see me through. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Yes. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul. Don't wanna be the problem, don't wanna be the pain or frown. I'm gonna be the answer, I'm gonna be the turnaround. I'm so blessed. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Yes. From my head down to my toes, from my body, mind, and soul, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed.
Welcome back to Facing Purpose Radio Show. I again am your host, Lakia Barnett, and I am here with my guest, Levon Howard, and he is doing absolutely amazing. So listen, Levon, I see that you mentored some youth from college, and also you are a self-published author. Tell me about the two books.
Yes, I wrote two books. The first one was called the Release that I wrote about 10 years ago, and it was basically I was encouraged by a friend of mine to write a put poetry that I wrote in college at the time into publication, and I put it out there. It's called Release. A lot of people don't know that I used to be a poet, so that's why it's called Release. Because a lot of people don't see that side of me, and I wrote that about 10 years ago. And my second book was called Parent the Greatest System Tools for Youth to Be Great Now while they in their youth. So basically, I go with different topics with them, like prayer, peer pressure, sex, smoking, and also give a Bible verse to describe description about it, and then I break down about why you should do not do these things or what to do in situations, things like that. So those are my two books, Release and called Family Greatness. Two tools for youth to be great while they youth.
Okay, super dope. And tell us about your radio show, because you're also in radio. So tell us about that. What is that geared towards, and how long you've been doing it?
Yes. So I'm gonna go back to the books I wrote. So basically, the two books I wrote, basically were two books I wrote basically because wanted to put myself out there. And what what stemmed from that was a platform called Authors Cafe, where I get the opportunity to have showcase authors who will speak about their book and sell their book to bunch further authors and guests. So at that time when I wrote my book, there was no platform like Office Cafe 10 years ago for me to go out, sell my book, market my book, and start meeting new people. So 3 years later, and my second book, 2016, God told me to start Office Cafe, where we all together to sell their book and meet new people. That was the whole purpose. And also give them testimony about their book, why they wrote the book, and share their gems from it. So that's why Office Cafe started. I started 6 years ago at my old church location in North Philadelphia on a Friday night with three authors. Fast forward now, we just done our 35th, of the 36th Office Cafe last Saturday. With now we have over 200 authors participating in Office Cafe in the past 6+ years. So, and then I started a radio show called Woman Show to Experience Radio Show, basically because I was a guest on another show called Fix Solo. No, I forgot what it's called. But the host at the time, Narda Stills Bailey, shout out to her. I was a guest on the show in December 2017. And then the host of the whole railroad company came in, Thomas Waters. Noah said, he said, Vaughn, you need to have a radio show. And I was like, no, I was like, no, I have to be a guest, but God, he opened a door for me where I could be a guest on, I could have my own show. So basically, fast forward 5 months later, I have my own show called the Woman Show to Experience Radio Show. Basically, we do interviews in person, voice, StreamYard, Zoom, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and the people who are game changers, who are leaders, or problem solvers in the community. Where it was it local, was our state, different state, all like that. So we have done that for almost 5 years now, with over 150 guests. So basically, all these stuff I'm doing, God ordained me to do. So it wasn't like for my main glory. It was for getting glory and shine light on people who are doing positive things in the community, who are doing things that God told them to do. So and also those I was cafe who gave me the insight to write a book. So all this stuff is not in vain. I'm doing it because God told me to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it until God told me, hey, this is good enough. You don't have to do it anymore. So.
Yes, I love that. You are doing it because God said so, right? And I love that.
Yes,
I love that. So I saw that you also were named top influencer by Philly Youth Mobile app. What is that all about?
Oh, Philly Youth Mobile is a mobile app for that shines a light on people that are leaders in the community that are doing certain things in the city of Philadelphia. And I got nominated for that a couple of years ago because for the work I was doing with Had a Great Biz at the time, had a great business, a radio show, things like that. So it's definitely been that was a big honor for me at that time. So because at the day that show that we're able to the youth and that you care, that you're viable, that you're accessible, that you're doing things in the community. So that's
cool. So what does purpose really mean to you? If you had to explain this to somebody else, because I know I'm one of the people that, you may have come across some people who really do not know what purpose looks like. So in your words, what does purpose look like to you?
look like purpose is looks like to me you doing your assignment. You're doing your assignment by God, and that you are enjoying it. That you are not giving up on it, not giving in on it. You are doing the labor work, the trials, tribulations, the work that's required to get the thing done. So I think purpose is a sense of just seeing the impact you are doing on people's faces, and that you are making a difference in the lives of someone's life, whether it's children, a man, a woman's life, every single day. So that's purpose to me looks like.
Yes, I think that everybody needs to know what their purpose is. That is very, very important. I feel like You move better when you understand your purpose. You move better, you think better. You're not wasting time, because I found that so many,
Right.
so much. A lot of people, we waste time because we don't know what our real purpose is. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it just is so important. And I'm just so glad that you are an example of what walking in purpose looks like. And you know your assignment, and you know that God called you to it. You didn't make it up. You didn't, move ahead of God. And that's the type of examples that we need in this day and time, is to teach people how to move in their God-given purpose, right? So I love that that's what you're doing. So what is next for you? What's next? You have you're doing the nonprofit, you're still moving on, it's still standing strong. You are author, you're helping change different lives, giving platform and opportunity to other people. I know that if we are headed down, I cannot believe literally we are at the end of the year and we are literally about to be running into 2023. What do you have on your agenda, or better yet, what has God been telling you that's on his agenda for you to do going into 2023?
Wow, that's another question. That's a great question. I want to say that going into 2023, what's best for me is for me to be a better man every single day, a better person, a better husband, a better friend, a better leader, a better servant of the Lord. Also to continue to heal. I'm not ashamed to say this. I go to therapy every other week. I'm in therapy, just trying to better myself, and then go to traumas that I have in my life to so I can be a better person, a better leader, and also going to 2023. So we about to celebrate 10 years of Pastor Greatness, and we are planning a big event coming up. For that celebration. We will start probably doing details in November, because I want to make sure everything's right on my end and make sure there's nothing in my way that's blocking me from doing that. So I want to make sure that I have my helpers available, my team ready to make sure this 10-year anniversary is going to be a great anniversary, a testimony to the greatness. And also, in later, Lord willing, in 2023, we'll be celebrating Office Cafe 40 Office Cafes. Hopefully, Lord willing, I'll make it be July 2023. And also trying to just stay focused and trying to take pedigrees and to the next level with contracts, and also trying to have an actual team, a staff PT members that I can rely on to go to the schools throughout the week and do the workshops, but also get compensated for that. So I'm just trying to take one day at a time. I know God's on the horizon, but I want to first importantly continue to heal, and put my ideas on paper, and just make it plain, and make it right, written down, make it plain, and just hopefully God will show me follow people that. If not, I'm going to continue to trust God and walk by faith, not by sight, and just show me the way to how to do this and be the best Levon Howard possible.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that, but I really do speak blessings over you and your family. I really want to know how you're married, right? Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how are you balancing? You're balancing being this businessman, this entrepreneur, this pioneer, this messenger for Christ. How are you balancing family and with all of this that you have your hands in?
Well, me and my wife, we may talk to each other. We go on date nights. We have coaching sessions. We have life coach, and we meet every Monday. We try to make talk to each other. We are going on a cruise next weekend for 8 days. 8 days, I think. So, or 7 days, I think. That will help us be closer. So I'm learning. I'm telling you, marriage is hard work. You gotta learn how to balance and make things a priority, but also Lean on to your wife for help and knowledge and wisdom to help make your business better by taking different cues every day that strategy tips to make your business better. So there are some things my wife has taught me that's made my business go better, so that I didn't do before I met her. But with her, it has made life a little easier. I know I still a long way to go, but in the day, it's about showing up for my wife every day and spending time for her, reaffirm to her that I love her, that I care for her, that I value her, that she's part of my life, and I need to let my guard down and let her fully more in, and just enjoy the journey because life is too short to be um, stressed out, angry, depressed all the time. Because God wants to have joy and peace and love and laughter. We need to go back to be doing more of that, and not be so tense at each other every single day, or against people in general. You know what I mean? Just be happy and just go for life and just trust God and just walk by faith and not by sight. God will see you through that. Whatever you're going through, whether it's bad or challenging, it's not going to last forever. It's only temporary. It's not permanent. Just enjoy the storm, trust God, and count it all joy.
Yes, I totally agree. That was great sound advice for all the married couples that's listening right now. Great sound advice. Learning how to balance while still doing what God has called you to do. So I want to open up the line and see if there's any questions for our guest, Mr. Levon. I was trying to see was there any questions on a Facebook page as well. Nothing has came through yet. Any questions for Mr. Levon? Anyone that is listening on the line tonight? Okay, so listen, if any questions does come in after this, Mr. Levon, listen, you gonna have to do a video or something, and we'll send it in to get you to answer their questions if anything comes in after this. But for the most part, can you go ahead and tell everybody how to reach you, like how to connect with you after this?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook at Levon Howard. I'm on Instagram at Levon LAVON 101021, or my business page Instagram category is PTG 11113. I'm on LinkedIn at Levon Howard. My website is www.path2great.org. Is www.path, the number 2great.org. And we are on YouTube as well, YouTube channels as well. Um, we have, I'm on YouTube. We have Patrick Greatness, Office Cafe, Woman's Roll to the Spanish Radio Show. I'll give you the key as well, the link to those YouTube channels. Subscribe to our channels for great content, great videos. So that's definitely that's what we have on store. Our website is going to be in the midst of a change. Hopefully, we have that fully new look by the end of the year 2022. So we are working with someone to help us get us that change, to get that focus, and just be more intentional about what we're doing.
All right, sounds good. So thank you so much, Mr. Howard, for joining us tonight. You have truly blessed this broadcast, and we hope to have you back again. Even hope to see more great things that you're doing. And for anybody that may go back and listen to this or may catch the replay of all of this tonight, if you have any questions for Mr. Levon, please make sure that you leave them on the Facebook page, which is our Pierce the Purpose Monologue Movement page, where it's live now. If you have any questions, leave it there or email me at sb2dance@gmail.com, and I will be sure to get the questions to him so that they can be answered. Okay? And so Listen, I am excited about what you are doing in the future. So thank you so much again for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So it is about that time for me to get up off the air. It has been real, y'all. It has been real in the field to really see that we have an ambassador for Christ that is doing what he is supposed to do. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Do you know what your purpose is? So listen. So you guys join me next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again for another great show. Listen, if you want to be a part of the show, please make sure that you inbox me on Facebook at Lakia Barnett, or you can email me at sb2dance@gmail.com and put in the subject title Facing Purpose Radio Show, okay? And we are looking for more guests. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, we're here for you, all right? And guys, do not forget that we will be in Virginia on November the 19th, closing out our monologue, My Story, God's Glory. Is an encore presentation, live recording. Please meet us there in Newport News, Virginia. If you want the ticket information, you can contact Miss Tammy Thomas. She is on Facebook, or you can inbox me as well. And come join us for the live recording of My Story, God's Glory, as we are gearing up for the Delivery Room Monologue Chronicles for 2023. You can get on an email list to know which CD we will be in next. And I love you guys with the love of Christ, and I will see you guys on next week. Good night.
Good night.
Perfect just the way you are, you blessed beyond a channel bar. You're beautiful and they see. Out of control, you'll see. It came up, they can't knock you down. You an ego and you're so now. I see you, yeah, you glowing, you're rolling, so lethal, yeah. Explosive commotion. Walk in the room and you'll freeze, yeah. You stop your time when you leave.